Who wouldn't want to live in a Scottish castle? So my name's Rob Beaton. I'm one of the current custodians of Culdees Castle. Myself and my partner Tracy purchased it in 2019. I didn't really know what we were going to do with it, but it has languished in a state of disrepair for 70 odd years. The castle itself is about 220 years old, but hasn't really had much maintenance in the last 100-ish years. So it needs a lot of TLC, and we've undertaken this crazy journey to try and restore it. We have a lot of debris, 4 metres in some areas of debris, bricks, rubble, old plaster that have to be cleared. And we started off with spades and buckets and barrows. It's not going to work. And then a friend of mine recommended that I use these conveyor belts, and I reached out to Coveya, having done a Google search for conveyor belts, and had a chat with them on the phone, and it looked like they had some portable conveyor belts which we could use and move about within the castle, and that kind of pretty much brings us forward. Coveya sent up a couple of conveyor belts for us, and it absolutely transformed our ability to move debris, to get debris out of the castle. I think to date we've moved something like 80 tonnes, and that is spade by spade out on the conveyor belts into the trailer and away. Simply could not have done it without. Well, we could have, but we would still be doing it now. We got a lot more to do, but the areas we've done, we just couldn't have done it without this. We'd have lost interest. This back-breaking, horrible job, and these are my new best friend. And I did say that on the TV programme. These are my new best friend, because they are. The first contact I had with Coveya was through a chap called Ron Farr, and Al. He was really good. He was really interested, and I'm very keen to see what we were doing, and then to see if there was something he could do to help us. And the relationship with Ron was really good. He advised us on what would work, what wouldn't work, what was portable, and given the kind of brief I'd given him, he could really help me and support us around what would work, and from a cost perspective as well, what was sufficient without being too much. And he's been like that all the way through. If I've got a failure or an issue, I pick up the phone, and within 24 hours we got a replacement. That's only happened once with a transformer, but yeah, the service has been really good. Ron's been great, and the other people we deal with, Coveya, the finance team, and they're really, really good. They're very helpful. And we are the 4th custodians of the castle. Our plan is, depends whether you ask myself or Tracy. Tracy wants it to be completely commercial. Who wouldn't want to live in a Scottish castle? So I would like to live in it. However, I accept that it's too big for us. So we will do kind of part commercial, not hotel, but it'll be part commercial for the event business. There'll be some commercial space with regards to dining rooms and chapel for weddings, and some bedrooms to bolster the accommodation we've already got here. And part of it will be used, we will convert a few floors into apartments for the kids, so they've got something to go forward with. And the old original side, I'd like to convert that into accommodation for us, myself and Tracy. And then we'll rent the main house out. So that's the long-term vision. What the timeline is, before I die. But in reality, the timeline will be, the more funds we have, the shorter the timeline is. The less funds we have, the more extrapolated that timeline becomes. So yeah, it's time dependent, but I would like to see a good chunk of it, this side behind me, watertight and used by the end of next year, 23. So as a tool to move the kind of stuff we are, debris, bricks, rubble, I cannot recommend Coveya enough. The service is first class, the products are absolutely brilliant, and I would recommend anybody who's got earth moving requirements, material moving requirements, this the tool. To the point, if I could afford one, I would buy one, because there is so much you can do with it, not just in a building like this, around the gardens, around the grounds.